Don't you know that from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit? Don't.
Yeah. We back.
Hey.
I mean, you already know what it is. It's your boys. We back at it. Herbal Tea Podcast. It's your main man, EarthTone.
And your man, the real PZ.
What episode is this?
17, bro.
Yo, episode 17, HTP 17. Get in tune.
17.
You know what I'm saying? We back at it. How y'all doing out there? Everybody good?
Shit.
Hopefully y'all good. Y'all doing good. Feeling good.
So.
Staying safe out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know the streets are still burning up.
They sure are.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't in the clear yet.
We're not in the clear.
But we still here. And we gonna bring it to y'all, man. You ready to get into this shit? How you doing, first of all? First and foremost, what's goody?
I'm so happy
what's
asked.
goody? How you doing, man? You all right?
You know a nigga lost his bowl again? I mean, well, it was the first time wasn't my fault.
It was my fault. It was my fault.
The second time was totally my fault.
It was my fault.
So, you know, we still gonna just...
You can't keep a bowl for your life.
I can't keep a bowl.
You know the universe is trying to tell you, right?
I understand. I hear the voices.
It's time to learn how to roll.
I understand.
An L. I think
it.
that was my first. Was that my first Smokin Section?
I believe it was.
Well, we might have to revisit that. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. We got a few episodes left for the rest of the year, so I'm gonna see what I gotta squeeze something in.
Can I get a private session?
Of course.
All right.
Come
perfect.
on.
All right, bitches. Don't hate.
All right, but aside from that, we're going to get into this motherfucking music.
Let's do it.
Because like we said all summer, man, the summer's been a hot summer for the Q Plus artists. I ain't going to lie.
It has been.
I ain't going to lie. It's been a hot summer.
So, here for it.
So we're going to bring this first one to the stage. This is a special one.
Who we got?
This is spicy. The one and only Miss Raven-Symone.
Bitch.
What? What?
Whoa.
Do y'all know who she is? Like, come on. Like, I'm not even going to disrespect her like that, but we're going to give you the rundown.
Okay.
Q Plus, actress, singer, songwriter, producer, director, child star, model, CEO, mogul. Come on, man. Like, it's too many slashes. Like, I ain't even going to keep going. She was first known, of course, for her role as the adorable Olivia on the Cosby Show. Everybody know come on.
Them
self-explanatory.
Cheeks.
You know what I'm saying?
Still got them cheeks.
Young. She was like 4 or 5 years old. Maybe younger than that. 3. Might have been 3. Yeah. Barely walking, but cute, articulate. You know what I'm saying? Stole a show every time she came on the scene. But then she would go on to be in a bunch of other TV shows and then as well as movies. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That's So Raven. I mean, come on.
That's So Raven.
I mean, come on. You get a Disney signature show, you know you out of here. Like, that's different. Hannah Montana. That's like, come on. You on a different kind of level at that point. Dr. Dolittle.
True.
Cheetah Girls.
Oh.
Come on. Like, the list goes on. So she acts for real. She's in this acting shit. But like we said, she also does this music. She released her debut album, full length. 7 years old. Here's to New Dreams. That was the title. Like a whole album. What was you doing at 7 years old?
What were you doing?
I don't know. But Raven-Symone, she was starring on the Cosby Show and she was dropping albums. So I mean, I'm just saying.
And she was kind of eating them up back then.
And it wasn't light. Like, she wasn't
not
playing.
light.
So first of all, I remember when I knew she was doing music. I remember the video coming out. That's what little girls are made of. She did the mockumentary Mary J. Blige video where she had the knee pads on. Remember the Real Love Mary J. Blige video where they had the knee pads on, dancing where she had the ponytail and all that? She recaptured that whole video for this joint. She killed it. They bodied that video. They had the little squirt guns and all that. I remember that shit.
Written by Missy.
Come on, Missy. Come on,
Missy's been out here.
Come on, Missy. That sound like some Missy shit. It was Missy and JD. Like, they was killing it with the kids.
Killing it with the kids.
Killing it with the kids.
Killing it.
But she had that joint. Then she would go on, fast forward. 2013, she made a comment where she was speaking on the legalizations of same-sex marriage. And she was saying she was excited because now she could finally, marry who she wanted to. And it was like, oh shit, word? Like, Raven-Symone is out here like that with it, woo, woo, woo. And then in 2014, she had an interview with Oprah where Oprah pretty much questioned her on it. And she was pretty much like, listen, at the end of the day, I ain't with the labels and all of that. Queer, African American, blah, blah, blah. I'm an American who loves humans, period.
Right.
And, you know, at the end of the day, people feel how they want to feel when people respond like that. But it's like, you have every right, and it's your prerogative to identify or feel however the fuck you want to feel. It's about how you move and how you treat everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And she out here, she's repping, doing her thing. She's clearly Q+. She's married to a woman. I mean, it ain't no secret. However you want to stamp it, identify it, it's whatever. But I mean, what's your take on Raven? What you got to say? I know you got some tidbits to throw in there.
My friends, and we don't care about color.
Hey,
New generation.
she was telling you from
I
the
had
rip.
to give you
she
that.
was telling you from the rip.
I had to do it. Fun fact. So they have a thing called Celebrity Watch Party.
Okay.
It's a show on Fox Network where you basically watch celebrities watch TV.
Okay.
Like you get to see their reaction in real time.
Interesting.
It's not made up. It's not heavily produced where you have to have makeup on. You could show them to a set. It's basically them in their living rooms. So she's one of the cast members. Her and the two producers that she's been working with, Black Castle.
Okay.
So you get to see her. And I saw one of the episodes, the season finale, which was about a week ago.
She out here.
And she's out here, and you get to see her, in her room with her rainbow braids, no makeup at all. So you get to see the real her.
Natural.
You know what I'm saying? Reacting to people doing things like there's lava on the floor. Remember when you jump on all over the furniture so you don't fall?
Oh,
you pretend there's lava those games.
Yeah.
That was one of the shows that they were watching.
There's lava.
So that was cute. That was interesting.
Okay.
So she's
okay.
out here still doing her thing even during quarantine.
Okay, Raven. Okay. Well, of course she's back.
Mm-hmm.
She want to get back on her music shit, and she got to reintroduce y'all. So she's like, listen, what a better fitting title for my new project.
Yeah.
She's got an album coming out. Supposed to be coming out this year. I think it was geared for this year.
It was geared for July.
I mean, come on. Everybody got to push back. I don't care when your shit was scheduled for. Add 3 months to that, at least. So it was supposed to be coming out this year, but it's called Reintroduction, and she was gearing up for a big release. She started releasing a couple singles, I think, even earlier this year.
Yeah.
And then she put out this project, which is an EP called Stripped Down.
Right.
Came out July 3rd, 2020. 4 songs, 11 minutes, 42 seconds. Now, you was mentioning something interesting about this project.
Yeah, so I came across Stripped Down, and I also somehow, when I was listening to her music, I had found studio versions of these same records that are out there. So I think I was listening to one of the songs on it, which is Space Truck.
Okay.
And then came on my YouTube timeline, an actual studio version of the same song. And so I was like, oh, what if there's more studio versions of these records? And turns out there are. So you get the option.
Interesting.
But you have to dig deep because I don't know.
Were they released previously?
They were released previously
as
on
a package?
Various EPs. She has a couple EPs that she put out earlier this year and late last year that include these records. But you have to dig because
the EP's not streaming.
It is streaming, but you have to search Raven. But a lot of people have the name Raven by itself.
Oh,
Raven by itself.
Because she has 2 profiles.
She has 2 profiles. So one of them she go by Raven-Symone. The other one she goes by Raven, which is a common artist name that a lot of people have.
Mad Ravens.
They share. So you got to look in and see the name of the album and then listen to it like that. So it took digging. I just have to say, but it happened to just come across my YouTube timeline as I was listening to it.
Got you. So this is like on some unplugged shit almost.
Pretty much.
Pretty
much.
Okay, so
Pretty
we got
much.
Stripped Down. Like we said, 4 songs, 11 minutes, 42 seconds. July 3rd, 2020.
Yeah.
I gave it a loud, man.
Oh, did you?
I gave it a loud.
Oh, shit.
72%. Wow. Yeah. And I'm going to get into it. All right, so look, it's only 4 songs. It took you on a short little trip, right?
Oh.
And when I'm hearing it, I'm like, okay, this shit is kind of smooth. It's jazzy. It's funky as shit. She could sing. She kind of has that Broadway-esque kind of feel where she's dramatic and you can hear she's acting with her voice. you know how where Tyra Banks say you could smile with your eyes? Like she's acting with her voice. You can hear the dramatizations in it and shit. But I mean, come on, she's a child star. Like that's what she does. But I'm not mad at it. And it's, you know, it sounds good. Like she sounds good. The music sounds good. I like the minimalistic production to it. It's just pretty much some keys. It's just very, very loungy, on some jazz loungy type shit. And like she's doing covers. So that's what I was getting from it. So when the first joint come on, the first joint is the space truck. I'm like, all right, it sounds good, but I don't know what the fuck she talking about. She like, all right, I'm pulling up in a space truck. She just kind of repeating, like I get the whole jazz point and like the whole like repetitive phrase aspect of it, but she wasn't really saying much, but it sounded decent enough for me to listen to it and be like, okay, I could dig with this and tolerate it. But I'm like looking for where we going with this? What's she talking about? What's she getting into? And then we go to microdosing.
Bye.
I really love that fucking little bop, that little ditty. It's melodic as hell the way she doing it. She's talking about microdosing. I ain't never hear nobody really sing about microdosing yet.
That's totally a millennial thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't heard anybody sing about that yet, which is crazy because I just got put on to what it is. I haven't done it yet myself, but it's like I just got put on to what it is, and it's like okay for her to be talking about it, but then she like it seems like she's breaking it down into layers because it's like. It's almost like doubling for compartmentalizing. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta take shit in doses, like break it up because if I get it all at one time, like I can't handle it all at once. But like the way the style of the shit is still that jazzy kind of almost riffing and you just kind of repeating the same type of phrase. It's more about the rhythm and the feel of the songs as opposed to a bunch of lyrics. So it ain't a whole bunch of lyrics to dive into and get deep with, even though she is spitting on here too. She rapping on here. Like she got a joint where she going off and she's going rapping.
Off. She's going off.
She going off, and I'm like, and the joint I really enjoyed was the nap swag.
The nap swagger.
Yeah. I like how she took that. She has a line: "If you don't like my hair, well, I really don't care. I'm just doing what I seen on a magazine." Right? And then you got to take that into the aspect of this is a child star. So imagine like she's been sheltered. She had a different life her whole life. She didn't grow up like us. So it's hard to really find yourself, hard to really have that connection with people, hard to have that connection with culture, black culture. She might be searching for that identity. She sees something in the magazine like, oh, this is what I should be looking like now. This is what she might just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could take that line so deep, and I think that's where I saw an interview where she talking about the content of her music, and she wants to start being more revealing with it, and you know on her grown woman shit.
Right.
And she's kind of slowly working us into opening that door on this, which I thought. It was a smart use of that whole jazz style of just doing the repetitive phrases, short little tidbits. These ain't really full-fledged song ideas. She just giving you little pieces and bits, but I like the sound of it and the music because it sounds like just some live shit. Like we could go see her at the Blue Note perform this whole little joint and it'd be like, okay, this is a joint. I could jam out to this. So I fuck with it. It was vibey. It was cool, melodic. I could smoke to it. It's Raven-Symone. She's singing. She doing her thing. She giving me some bars on here. I gave it a loud 72%, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
What you want me to do?
Wow, I can't.
What you want me to do, man? I mean, you know, she giving it up. That's how I'm giving it up. It's just my opinion, my humble opinion.
All I could do is
that's all.
Let you have it, man.
I got a feeling. I don't know. What you thought?
So, I hear everything that you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
When a nigga heard everything you saying,
I really heard it.
He about to disagree with everything you said.
I took it all in.
I took it in.
I considered it all. But I'm going to have to say that this entire experience with the stripped down situation is all the way trash.
Oh, shit.
This shit is trash.
You wasn't feeling it?
This is dirt.
Oh, my. You gave it a dirt?
This is dirt.
Yo, we haven't whipped out dirt in a while.
This is dirt. It is.
Damn. All right, you got to break this down for me.
Dirt.
Wait, give me the dirt percentage.
You know what? I was telling you I came up a little bit. I give her 11%.
Oh, and you came up?
Yes.
Wow.
I give her 11% because This sound like a jam session that they just did in a few hours, which is not a bad thing considering the musicians.
Do your thing.
Did you get into the producers?
No, I didn't.
Producers are Black Castle, a group that she's been working with for maybe like a couple years now. And as it so happened, because I listened to the EP first, the stripped down EP, and then found the live versions of the track, it put some things into perspective. Like some of the things that she was doing with the song and some of the concepts drove home a lot better for me in the studio versions of the records. Take Space Truck for example. If you go to her Instagram page, she has a sample of it, of a studio version of Space Truck on it, and it's so dope. Like it's like a screwed version because it's like one of those slow trappy beats. She kind of made it sound like you on lean and shit. It was dope. I was like, okay, now I see what she's saying, because some of the way she phrased things in the live version, because obviously she's doing it live, it doesn't come across to me as well as it did when it's fully produced and when it's fully fleshed out. So I just had a whole problem with how messy it sounded, especially given the production caliber, because those guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They produce both. They produce the live version and the studio version of those records. They've been working for a minute. You could tell they have a good relationship with each other. They was on Watch Party. One of the dudes to produce for her could get it, but that's a whole nother thing.
Oh, shit.
But, you know what I'm saying, as far as the EP is concerned, as far as the strip down is concerned, it just sounded real messy. It didn't sound like it was clear what she was talking about. I didn't really get some of the things. Some of it sounded like
fragmented.
Like it was just a bunch of ideas that she sounded like she went into the studio. I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna see what it sound like. We're gonna pick the best of it, and we're just gonna make it an EP and put it out there. We're gonna see what it sound like. Or she could have just been having fun. But girl, the last song made the least sense to me. Was it Boo? I'm like, what are you talking about?
She was just talking her shit on that one.
Okay. Like, she kind of got her shit off on the first track, and after that, I just wouldn't really. And Nap Swag, now that you mentioned it, which is why I boosted it one, it was like, okay, it makes sense, because, you know, she had
it's an abstract project.
It is a very abstract.
It is.
A little bit more abstract than I would have expected from
abstract.
somebody.
It is abstract. It's on some jazz, like, abstract.
I've heard live albums from people who are doing that. Like, I'm thinking of Jill Scott. I'm thinking of Erykah Badu. I'm thinking of Alicia Keys. I'm thinking of Jay-Z giving you great live music performed in the same kind of idea. And Raven being around for as long as she's been around, I feel like sometimes for her, music is like a side thing. She's more into her acting.
That's
she
pretty
gives
clear,
more
I
of her
feel.
acting,
Yeah.
which is the Broadway voice in some of the songs. It's like, I don't think she's like, she might love music. She might just be being an artist, and that's who she is. But I just don't see the same level of authenticity that come across in the music, or the quality come across in the music the way I do with some of the other things that she's done artistically. So I can't really get with that.
God damn, a dirt. Woo.
Yeah,
I ain't see
trash,
that one
man.
coming.
I can't. I'm not playlisting it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Say, oh, I'm gonna go check that Raven, put that on the playlist, listen to it later, bop it. That's not what's going on.
Microdosing is on my playlist. Micro.
The studio version of that, the studio
That's my
version of
shit.
it, bop. I saved that one. Space Truck.
See, I ain't hear all of the studio versions.
Y'all
See, you
got-
probably spoiled your ear by
I
listening
might-
to
I
the
might
studio
have.
version. You should have just listened to it on its own.
But see, at the same time,
Respect it as his own project.
all the artists that I named have great studio versions and great live versions of those same records.
Nah,
so
I
I
hear
don't
you.
think that's an excuse.
Nah, it ain't no. I ain't caping. My opinion is my opinion. Yours is yours. Listen,
Yeah.
you got a dirt and you got a loud.
That's what it is,
what
man.
Go
That's what
check
it
it out.
is.
Look at the polarizing, the ever polarizing Raven-Symone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go check it out for yourself. Stripped down on all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
Came out in July, man. 4 joints. It's a quick listen.
It is.
Go
It
check
is.
that shit out. You know what I'm saying? 11 minutes. Give it your ear. Give it your opinion, and let us know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
clearly.
us. It's a big drastic difference. So something link. With a link. We got to come with a common ground.
You got to
somewhere.
let me know. Am I for listening to it wrong?
I don't know. But we going to get into this next joint. Who we got coming next, man?
The next one, bringing to the stage.
Let's see what we got.
We got the infamous duo.
Oh, infamous?
Infamous duo. Yeah.
Okay.
Bry'Nt Esquire.
Hey.
Also known as B.E.
B.E.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
B.E.
Okay.
B.E.
What's up with what did you dig up on them? Because this is an elusive group.
So, putting on my artistic detective situation hat on.
Yes, we love it.
Bry'Nt, okay, they are a duo, obviously. Made up of two artists, Bry'Nt.
Well, a duo usually means two.
Yeah. In case anyone out there did not understand that and drive that point home, you feel me?
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Two people. So it's Bry'Nt, who's rapper, singer, model, and then Esquire, who's basically the singer, songwriter, producer of the group. So Bry'Nt is a Connecticut-based rapper, songwriter, model, actor. Started in a group and ultimately came out at the age of 15 and, decided he wanted to be a out hip-hop artist.
Okay.
And released his first mixtape as an out artist in 2008.
Wow.
2008.
Early in the game.
Porn Star.
Okay.
Which is not available anywhere.
Nowhere.
But Bandcamp. Remember Bandcamp?
Wow.
So you're from a different era if you release music on Bandcamp. I've released music on Bandcamp.
This one time at Bandcamp.
You trying to get into Bandcamp with B? What? Lost you. See, lost you. Bandcamp is basically a distribution platform where you independent artists, and it was pretty popular in the late 2000s, 2010, and that's when I came in. I remember. So he has first two mixtapes on there, Porn Star and Porn Star 2.
Wow,
the director's cut.
Wow,
you already know what that's all about. So
the sequel.
And he's since become a prominent performer in our hip hop, opening for the likes of Fantasia, Lil Kim, RuPaul, and Young M.A.
Hey.
So we've had an experience watching him open for Lil Kim. I forgot the name of the bar, and I believe somebody else in the room here
Stage 48.
had that,
it was at
you know
Stage
what I'm saying?
48, you know what I'm saying? Midtown,
came through,
Street.
you know what I'm saying?
Some light, you know what I'm saying?
Some light.
It was an experience.
We had a VIP section. They came through with bottles. I'm not shitting you. I was there. We had pictures, videos, and he gonna sit there and try to humble it out. And
that was crazy. That was one of the wildest shows I ever performed at. Like that was nuts. It came together on some. It was on some real industry shit. You know how they say like shit come together last minute. It's always It was on some last minute. Y'all gotta get ready. Y'all gotta get done. Get it together.
You either ready or you
Boom.
not.
We ain't see Kim not near time. We saw her from the audience, from our spot,
from the balcony.
We went perform. We was in and out. It was dope though. The crowd was crazy. It was a pride event.
We had to wait. We was waiting. It's one of those events where you gotta wait the entire time to see them because they come on last because they gotta
like
get
3
the whole
o'clock
people.
in the morning.
I've been to a couple of those Pride events.
You know they not popping out until they get every dollar from that whole audience.
They ain't coming out till 3:30 in the morning, and then once 3:30 in the morning hit, you perform. You done. It's a wrap. Everybody going home.
I mean, that's the peak of the night.
It's kind of really what it is.
Because once she hit, like everybody leaving after that. So.
That's what it is, man. And that's exactly what that was.
It was crazy.
I've seen it. But yes, that's part of his repertoire, Bry'Nt. And he's been releasing a steady stream of singles since then, leading up to his long fabled, and let's get this clear, long fabled Bry'Nt Part EP. Where the fuck is the EP, Bry'Nt?
I like that.
I've been in the park.
Long
fabled. Yeah. I've been in the park waiting for the EP, album, have you.
Bry'Nt, what up? Where's that?
The fans is trying to figure it out.
Waiting.
We've been waiting since about 2015.
It's getting to that detox status.
You've been doing collaborations. Now you're in a new fucking group. You done gone through phases and shit.
It's a lot.
21 missed calls.
20.
You still ain't answering.
Still ain't picking up.
Still ain't picking up, Bry'Nt.
It's crazy.
Where the EP at?
I don't know.
So Esquire, for his part, has been somebody he's been working with since about 2014.
Yeah,
I've seen
for
their
a while.
earliest productions, and he basically is pretty much, I guess, the boards behind the EP that we have in front of us, or not EP, the single. They have a few singles. This is the one we caught onto popular demand.
Well, it's on a 2-pack, right?
It's on a 2-pack, and I forgot the name of the other song.
I forgot the name of the song.
But
so.
you know, the single is out, July 28th, 2020, and I give it a 40 mid. I give it a 40 mid.
Okay.
It is a guilty pleasure-esque type record because I didn't really know if I was going to like it. And I really didn't think I wanted to like it. But I kind of like it. It's
Look
kind
at
of
you.
about,
Look
what
at you.
Trying to get?
Look at you. Look at you.
Esquire came in and killed that
Look
shit.
at you.
Though. I'm just saying, I'm not going to hate.
Go ahead.
On
Run
the
it down.
boys.
Run it
You know what
down.
I'm saying? Got a lot of earworm shit going on. You got a catchy, dancey vibe going on. You got a catchy hook going on. They giving you their best Drake. I don't know who's doing it better. Esquire kind of giving it up a little bit more. I kind of
That's
feel
the fave of the
him.
group? You with the E?
I'm with the E.
You going with the E out of the B?
I'm going to go with the E out of the B.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear
I'm kind
you.
of a fanboy.
Okay,
Titties
okay.
might come out for him.
Well,
perk
damn.
up and
Well,
shit.
damn, then.
Come on, Esquire.
Well, go and shoot your shot then.
I mean,
Shit.
I feel like I just did.
The hoop is open.
Whoosh, alley-oop, swish.
Hey.
Swish, swish, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The only part, I guess, is just it's a little bit derivative. And the screwed part that I thought was in there after the hook and the little breakdown, I couldn't really hear it. It would have been nice to hear it a little bit more.
Okay.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
So, and it comes on at the end.
Okay.
But as far as the record is concerned, I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. I hear you. 40%
40
mid.
mid.
Look at you.
40
Okay.
mid.
I actually gave it a loud.
You gave it a loud.
I gave it.
What you trying to gain?
Listen, what are you trying to gain? Like, I gave it a
What you trying to
68% loud.
gain?
68% loud, man. Listen.
Okay.
Like you said, guilty pleasure than the motherfucker. The
it
beat is jamming as fuck. Smooth as fuck. They riding the hell out of that bitch. They chose the right flows, the right melodies. They getting their shit off. They giving you the little slick but subtle but shady Drake bars. You know what I'm saying?
So you caught him too, right?
Like-
okay.
Out of your whole crew, you the square. Like, out of your whole circle, you the square shit. Like, giving you the little slick. You want to be popular. Like, come on. They giving you them bars. Like, listen. They bodied this shit. I fucks with it. It's a ditty. It's a bot. It got crazy replay value. It's short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to do too much. They ain't trying to go out of their range.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They give you that pretty boy. I could sing a little bit, but I'm going to give you a little, you know what I'm saying? The bedroom singing voice.
Esquire kind of gave me
Man,
the second
listen.
voice more than the
Well,
beat.
yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Brian came in and gave you the baritone version of it. You know what I'm
Something
saying?
like that.
We got it. Your pennies are wet over Esquire. We heard you. This is can I get my shit off? Damn, like this nigga still shooting over here. But yeah, it was dope though. I was fucking with it. What you trying to gain and all that? They getting into it. And I felt the same exact way about the chopped and screwed part.
Yeah.
I still don't know what they were saying. I don't
know what they were saying.
But it sounded like it would be hard. Like it made that even that part made sense, but it was just like they should have turned it up a little bit. I couldn't really hear. But listen, man, I rock with it. 68% loud. I don't know what you want me to
know
do.
what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Bry'Nt Esquire,
Bry'Nt.
B.E. We got a 68% loud and a 40% mid, man. What y'all think? Go check it out. Streaming
you
on all
think?
platforms. And go check out the 2-pack. And I feel like they gearing up to release a full project.
Hopefully
maybe,
so, but
possibly.
I'm
Maybe we
just-
get that Brian Part 2 in the midst. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I've been holding my breath for a long time, face turning blue. If I get a BE album before fucking Bryant Park, I don't know. I might have a lot to say about that.
That might be strategic. It might be strategic. We got to see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, niggas
But
gonna be
hey,
retired.
go check it out. Popular demand, BE, streaming on all platforms. Bry'Nt Esquire. Shout out to y'all.
Shout
man.
out to y'all.
We
Shout out
doing
to
it.
y'all
We
doing y'all
doing it.
thing.
All right, next for our third Q plus.
Who we got?
artist
Who we
of the
got?
night. I hope I'm saying this right. Vardaan Arora.
I think so. I think you got
I
it.
nailed it. Did I nail
think
it?
you nailed it.
Vardaan
That's how I read
Arora.
it.
Shout out to you, man. He's out here. Q plus artist, singer, songwriter, actor. Based in New York by way of India. You know what I'm saying? So he out here killing the game. He came to New York to study theater at NYU, the Tisch School of Arts.
Right, right.
He released his single, What If, in 2018. And after that, he kind of garnered a little attention. He got the attention of Billboard. They named him one of 12 LGBTQ plus musicians to discover during Pride Month for that year. So that was kind of big. You know, that's a big platform. They shout you out. A lot of eyes get to you out of here. In 2019, he was actually cast in the revamp of the horror film Wrong Turn. You ever saw the movie Wrong Turn, the original?
I've heard of it, but I have not seen it.
They doing a revamp, and he was casting it in 2019. I'm sure it got paused temporarily or something because of COVID, but he doing his acting thing as well as the music. He's known to be an outspoken advocate for the Q plus community. And he's also open about his battle with OCD. He talks about it in hopes of gaining a kind of understanding of it and more of an acceptance of it and being able to deal with it and help people get with it and deal through life with it as well.
Yeah.
In an interview with Billboard, he mentioned his disappointment with the Grammys, and he was pretty much saying like there's no representation of South Asians, let alone queer South Asians. Yeah. So like that representation alone, he got like the twofold thing as well, and he's big about that. Have you ever heard of? Well, you actually put me on to him. I wasn't that familiar with him.
Yeah, I ran into Vardaan Arora just on Instagram, and he seemed kind of interesting to me because he is of South Asian origin, and I hate to use the word or the phrase Asian persuasion, but we have to like kind of.
It got a nice ring to it.
It does, but
it rhymes.
It rhymes good. But as far as like the influx of, we see a lot more brown faces from Asia, and just to make sure the K-pop is popping. So that's how I kind of really got into him.
Got you. Okay. Well, he got this joint that he put out.
Yeah.
He actually put out a whole project, and this is off of the full-length project. What was the name of the project? I think I wrote it
Heartbreak
down.
on the Dance Floor.
Heartbreak on the Dance Floor. That reminded me of, what was it? The Michael Jackson joint, Blood on
the Dance Floor.
Yeah, that immediately reminded me of that. But this is off of that album. This is the first single, and it's called I Don't Want to Know, featuring Marshall, I think it's pronounced.
Marshall.
But it's all caps. It's MRSHLL, all caps. It seems like Marshall's just without the vowels. You know, the kids, the millennials be taking out the vowels and shit.
I do.
And then it came out August 21st, 2020. So it's pretty fresh. 2 minutes, 48 seconds. I gave it a mid, man.
Gave it a mid.
50%.
Okay.
Straight down the line.
50%.
It was cool. It was cool. It was alright. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Hated to love it. The underdog is on top, and I'm gonna shine. They don't know about that. But I thought it was decent. The production was decent. I thought it gave me an EDM-ish, pop-ish vibe to the production. You know what I'm saying? The sounds, those drums, that synth. It was pretty formulaic, the concept. He's saying like, I don't want to get to know you. It's kind of like he kind of dropping bars, but he ain't. It's like on some buzzword type shit. Like you say some slick shit that people gonna react to. Like, oh, like he just trying to have a one night stand. Like he don't want to get to know you. Oh, he's slick, but it's like he ain't really saying nothing really. And it's kind of like PG 13ish. It ain't really risque, but he trying to. Like the content would suggest that it's kind of risque, but it ain't really like that. And then the vocal performance was cool. He ain't really. It's kind of like he's singing, rapping. I don't know if he really singing, but it's a lot of auto-tune. It's a lot of effect, and it ain't really giving me no soul. It's just like very cookie cutter, formulaic, but he ain't really bringing his own out of it. Like I feel like any reference could have done this. Like I feel like somebody could have gave this song to anybody and they could have pulled it off and gave you the same kind of reaction and energy to it. And he ain't really make it stand out for me. Like I don't really know him as an artist from this. I can't really get no vibe from it. And then you hit me with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just lazy writing, my nigga. Like, come on. Like, you can't not be killing it sonically and with the vocals and then give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's for the kids. It's for the kids. Like
I
the little
guess.
kids that's learning how to count.
I guess. Well, I'm not a little kid, so I gave it a mid 50%. And, you know, that's where I'm at with it. So I'm gonna hand it over to you. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. What did you think?
You know, something.
Oh shit.
There's something about features kind of really bodying the lead artists these days, because the guy Marshall Bang, he's the feature on the track. I kind of looked into him a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell who's.
This is the guy in the second verse. I heard it clear as day because the first thing I heard is, "Here's the thing about you. I don't want to know nothing else about." And I was like, "This is the ugliest vocal
What is
ever."
that?
It starts off so ugly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vardaan. Not really, but I'm just saying. The way the song starts already turned me off, and that's the first line of the record. This song, we got to get Reginald Miller to come out and come get this
Reggie.
record. So we're going to give it up. It's 20%. All the reasons you said is the reasons I don't fuck with this record too heavy. I was trying to like it because he cute. Like, damn, but I ain't the type of person get in your pants when music is whack.
Yeah.
So you feel me?
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a look and he kind of fits the bill and all of that shit. But the songwriting, and I read a couple things about him too. I think he writes his own records. I mean, I don't think this is the greatest songwriting in the world.
No.
I see what you're doing. You kind of make something direct mainstream pop, but that can't be a default for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be giving me two-step shit and think that that's gonna ride. You can't just give me auto-tune and shit and think that that's gonna ride. You gotta be a little bit more creative.
But that's the thing, like, it does ride. That's the thing. Like, that's where the formulaic comes in.
It gotta be with authenticity, and this doesn't have any of it at all.
No.
There's no
like
authenticity.
this is one of them joints, like, I could hear it popping for like a season, and then it's be like, oh shit, remember that song? Like, it just disappears.
I mean, you wouldn't
like,
even remember this song.
Yeah,
it's
not
nothing
at all.
really special. Nothing you holding you to the song. I think he could do a whole lot better. And I've heard his other material. Some of it's a lot better.
Well, see, that would be
just
the
for me.
thing.
But, you know.
I really didn't hear, because I heard some of the vocals where they started going in. I guess that was Marshall, like hitting them notes, like taking it to the highs.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't really tell.
Yeah,
because but they only sounded like ad libs and shit.
To
but
me, I kind of was able
I was
to tell.
kind of just, I don't know.
Vardaan kind of has a lower tone, and Marshall, I think, has a little bit of a higher tone. So he's a little bit more. He's a K-pop singer, and I kind of wanted to just add in on that because he's a fellow. Marshall Bang, the feature on the track. He's a fellow Asian artist that does kind of the same type of music. You know, comes from a conservative Christian household where homosexuality was just not what you talked about, zero. And he, you know, has got South Korea itself as a country that bans homosexuality. So he's coming up from California. And so that's I was just pointing to that as far as like representation for the South Asian culture or the Asian culture in general. I like stories like that kind of tell you what it really is, and the kids that are born here.
And I'm sure they got that material and shit.
Yeah.
But this sounds like a clear reach at like, all right, this shit's going to go.
Lowest common denominator.
This is going. Like the kids go. Like you said, like it's for the kids. And that's why you can't like just throw it away, because it's like, it is formulated. This shit couldn't possibly go. Like this is some shit you hear. It's like, all right, I get it, but it's just like, I'm not going to it. No crazy. It's nothing really special about it.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not really changing the game out
here.
here.
You gave it a 20%.
I gave it a
Reginald.
20% Reggie.
I gave it a 50% mid, man. I might have been a little lenient on this one too. Now that I'm thinking,
you know,
but them other ones, you was like, this nigga gave her the dirt earlier, yo. I can't believe that's crazy.
We've been doing this 8 months strong now.
Yeah,
We've
no, it's a lot of music.
The best of
it's a lot of music
of what's going on out here. We've heard a lot of good shit.
Yeah, it's a lot
so
of music.
So we got to make sure we keep it all the way a buck here. If you're not serving it, listen, next.
I hear you.
Or try again.
Listen,
you know,
and at the same time, it's subjective. People got different ears.
People
got different tastes. People got different taste buds. Like,
it's just my thoughts, people.
That's it. What do y'all think? Go listen to this shit. Check it out. Vardaan Arora. I Don't Want to Know, featuring Marshall. What's the last
Featuring
name?
Marshall Bang.
Marshall Bang. I like that name, man.
I like that name too.
Shout out to them, man. Go stream that shit on all streaming platforms, DSPs, wherever you listen to your music. Get it, SoundCloud, whatever.
Eesh.
Check it out. Let us know what you think. Who we got, man? You know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
It's time for the motherfucking ally of the day.
The ally of the day.
Come on, man. We got to give it to him. Who we got today for the ally of the day?
So
man?
the ally of the
Who do
day
we have?
is Miss Alicia Keys, y'all. Miss Alicia Keys.
This is a big one.
Like Swiss Beats wife, Alicia Keys.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's funny you say that. That is so funny you say that. Go ahead, though.
I mean,
go ahead, though.
Like, all right.
Because I'm going to bring that back. Remember that you said that, so I'm going to bring that all
Alicia
back.
Keys, right. I think I know where you're going with it.
I think you know where I'm going, too.
Here where we at. Okay, you got if you don't know Alicia Keys or maybe too young to know who she is, she's a singer-songwriter performing,
Singer-songwriter performing.
Singer-song.
I would hope that she
My bad,
performing.
I hope she performs it too. Singer-songwriter performing and composing songs since age 12. She's a
Ooh.
classically trained singer,
Come on, Alicia.
songwriter.
Come on,
she
prodigy.
plays piano.
She's a young prodigy.
Pretty much. And signed to Columbia Records at age 15 and taken under the wing of one of the biggest record label execs, Clive Davis. Took her under his wing, and when he formed J Records, she was the first signee. And that was in 2001. She broke out with Falling.
I
Keep on falling.
Fam, let me tell you
Sing it
about
with
that
me.
video. When that video came out, I remember the energy because you hadn't seen anything like that thus far.
Nah.
Like she had the whole tomboy swag, but you had seen the tomboy swag before. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had the Escapes, the Aaliyahs, like all that. You've seen it before. But the way she did it was very different, and it had a little extra crisp to it because she played the piano.
She played keys.
And then the way she had the braids, and then her voice was super sultry and raspy and just, it was just like. And then that song, the song was just. She had a triple threat. It was rough for people out there when she came out. Like she shut shit down for a minute.
Yeah, she really did. She
Yeah.
came out during a very, very, different era, and
Very different era.
you know what I'm saying? She's been pretty successful ever since. Debut album, Songs in A Minor, with the single Fallen, major
love that
success, going on to sell 16 million worldwide.
Diamond.
And 5 more albums since then, a string of hits throughout the 2000s, such as You Don't Know My Name.
You don't know my name.
Round and round we go. Will you ever know? Will you ever know it?
Ooh.
Clearly we're fans.
I gotta go back and listen to that right now. Like
She also had hits as well as If I Ain't Got You. No One. I remember when No One came out. That was just as inescapable.
that was like, oh my God, you could not. You heard
Everybody
that song
was
everywhere.
covering that song.
You heard that song everywhere. Like, all right, almost enough already.
Oh
like,
my God.
goddamn.
My God. I can tell you stories, but I'm going to take time. But anyway, Unthinkable, my personal favorite. Unthinkable, I'm Ready from her Element is Freedom album. And This Girl is on Fire.
That's crazy.
That was pretty much her last Billboard hit. And of course she has Empire State of Mind with Jay-Z.
Come on,
They went with
man.
Jay-Z.
Come
so
on,
that was
man.
pretty much
That was a
moment.
moment.
This is very much a
that
moment.
was a moment.
Clearly, we were there. You
Yeah,
already know
we
what it
lived it.
is.
We lived it.
Let's see what we got. Grammys, 15 Grammys, 17 NAACP awards, 35 million total records sold,
Too many accolades.
and 100 most influential by Time Magazine for 2 years, 2005 and 2017.
Trophies.
Global ambassador for Keep a Child Alive, which fights against HIV and AIDS, which brings me to my next point. Why is she an ally? We have a few reasons that she's an ally. So she performed at Pride during Stonewall 50 last year. She spoke. She gave like a speech. She performed, killed it. publicly addressed her displeasure with stereotypes and labels associated with masculinity and feminine energies that we all have. She went online, she went on her Instagram and did a video talking about a time where she had her young son come with her to the nail salon, and he wanted to get his nails painted rainbow colors. And then as a 4-year-old boy, he came out and was like, "Mommy, I don't want to do it no more." She asked him why. She said he thinks people aren't going to accept him. And long story short, she explains to him that we all have masculine and feminine energies. Don't be ashamed. You chose the colors. You ride with it. This is who you are. Do what you want to do. This is your life. It was so beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
I love that.
So, there's that. She collaborated with the Trevor Project, suicide prevention for LGBT youth, donated $1 million. They split it with 12 other organizations under the We Are Here banner program that she's doing. And of course, she endorsed gay marriage or marriage equality, when Obama was talking about it in 2012.
Yes.
So she's been out here.
She's an ally.
Giving allies.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Alicia Keys.
Shout out to Alicia Keys. She has a new single, So Done, with Khalid. Came out August 14, 2020. And this is the third single from her 7th album upcoming called Alicia.
I love the self-titled album.
She's giving you a self-titled
because they not gonna not go in on a self-titled.
It's right.
Like, come on.
It's got to be right if you're gonna give it your name. You know what I'm saying?
The Peasy album. Ooh, I can't wait for the Peasy.
All right, we gonna do it. We gonna do it when it's coming out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you know.
I'm gonna let you know when they self-title.
You'll know. Peasy.
Something coming.
So this record, I gave it a 60% mid.
Ooh, okay.
I gave it a mid.
Interesting. On the cusp.
This is basically Alicia Keys in her bag.
Yeah.
This is really classic R&B.
Yeah.
And the only thing different about this compared to her, older records is that she just kind of adapted it to a new generation, getting Khalid on there, and you kind of hear the differences in production. It's only very slightly forward thinking in that way, but it's really traditional R&B, really good traditional R&B. So very middle of the road, very standard for Alicia Keys. Oh, the video. Have you seen the video for
I
the
have
song?
not seen the video.
It's a beautiful video.
I want to see it.
The leading lady is Sasha Lane. She's an openly gay actress who's starring in the upcoming Amazon series Utopia.
Okay.
And having her be in a prominent again speaks more to her allyship.
Look at that, man.
And the video itself is pretty beautiful.
Come on, Alicia.
I recommend you guys go watch it. I think the song is dope in that sense.
Okay. Would you give it a 60%?
60%.
Mid.
60.
Okay. I hear you. Listen, man. I gave it a 77% fire.
I'm living the way that I want.
Exactly. Like, fuck all this shit. You know what I'm saying? First of all, super, like you said, typical Alicia. But Alicia ain't typical. So her typical ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can give it, it's typical for Alicia, but Alicia ain't typical. This is quintessential Alicia. She's in her bag. She's on her ballad. This is my piano. Me and the piano and my crazy ass voice. Say something. Sit down. You gonna listen to it. I got something to say. You know what I'm saying?
I listen,
and
girl.
then she came with Khalid. Khalid.
Khalid.
You know what I'm saying? And they, from the jump, you hear both of their voices. You know what I'm saying? They started off duetting. And they
new.
melting.
That's new. That's different.
I don't remember hearing that before. Like, the song start off and you hear both of their voices at the same time from jump.
That says a lot. That says a lot about.
He's like the ad lib supporting her, but like you hear it, and I'm like, ooh, they
giving you the baritone. And,
I'm like, they killing that. So that's another thing that I gave them: smooth, sultry production, roomy. Gave them plenty of room to do their thing. Very melodic. Two amazing vocalists just doing their thing.
For sure.
And it's just like effortless. Like, they playing off each other, like tapping, jabbing. Like, interweaving out of melodies. It's just beautiful. Like I can't tell where one of them stops and what they kind of had verses, but like Khalid's verse sound like more of a bridge as opposed to like an actual verse. It was just dope. Like I like the song structure. I like how they set the shit up. And then like the lyrics, she on some empowerment shit. Like be you, do you, fuck the system, fuck what other oppression you feel. Get out of that shell and do you. Live the way you want. Because it's too short. Look at 2020. You don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know.
It ain't time to be like sitting here second. Do what you feel, do what you want. Follow
Live
your heart,
your
do
life.
what's right. You know what I'm saying? I'm living the way that I want. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what brought me back. And this might be some other shit, like brought it back to the whole she married to Swiss B shit though. Cause you know how they shit started.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most traditional.
People didn't get it.
Start. You know what I'm saying?
People
and it
didn't
was
get
like
it.
sometimes shit happen like that. And we was having this conversation the other day about relationships. Sometimes they start in the most unexpected places. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't always go the way you expect them or the way you imagine them. They're not all fairy tales. Most of them aren't fairy tales.
Nah.
It ain't too many fairy tales out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to make do with what you feel right. But at the end of the day, you got to follow your heart. You got to listen to you and do what you feel is right because you got to live with that decision. And she telling you, I'm living, fuck all that shit. I'm living the way that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I could be a whole different person in this. I went so far that I don't even know who I am anymore, following and feeding into what somebody else thought I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do what I want. Yeah. And I thought the lyrics was beautiful. Their voices was beautiful. The music was beautiful. Fire, man. 77%. What you want me to do?
All right, I'll give it a 65.
Oh,
Jeez.
shit. Come on. This is the second time you raised this shit, yo. Come on, man. I should be like on a debate team or something. I should be like on like a world-class debate team or some shit like that, man. Hey, shout out to Alicia Keys featuring Khalid. Ally today. So done. I'm so done with this shit, man. Go check that shit out and watch the video. I gotta go check out the video.
Check out the video.
Streaming on all platforms. And watch out for the new album coming out. What's the name of the album?
Alicia.
Yo, self-taught. You know when Beyonce came out with Beyonce?
It was a movement. She changed the game. So, Alicia, you think she gonna change the game with this one?
Man, like, Alicia, listen, look out for it. Ally of the day, man. I don't know what you want me to do.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get up out of here because we got to take it to the motherfucking streets.
Sure do.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot going on out in these streets. It's getting smoky out here.
Back in these streets, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
The real PZ is here. The streets is still popping.
What's going on out there? What they doing?
So, have you checked out the interview that Swanee River just dropped with Rainbow Affair?
I saw that it dropped. I didn't get the opportunity to check it out yet. What I miss?
I think it's a pretty good interview.
Okay.
Rainbow Affair and Swanee kind of go way back. I remember Rainbow Affair.
Yes.
They've been around for a minute. I would agree with them. They are the top LGBTQ magazine, pretty much for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see. You have others like Swerve. We were on Swerve in 2016. But anyway, they did an interview. Diamond Kasson. They chopped it up, and Swanee went in and talked about a little about his history, how long he been out here in these streets doing it. Like he really been out here doing it, like since Grandmaster Flash influenced him.
Wow.
Cutting records up.
Damn.
Teaching them how to loop and all of that shit.
Talk about an influence.
Yeah. So he went into that, and then he, of course, the Alliance is in the building. He talked a little bit about how he got into producing for LGBTQ artists, Shorty Rock being his first one. Produced I'm a Rapper, I Be Rapping. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shorty Rock.
Hey.
And then eventually went on to I think it was either Dirty Hood. It was Dirty Hood, and it was Out Mob. Out Mob. It was both of those.
Yeah.
Dirty Hood, of course, had Mr. B Hood, formerly known as Billy Hood, in the group, and Dirty Hannah and Splash T. Those are two also out hip hop artists. They were in a group together. And then Out Mob kind of popped off because that's Bry'Nt, that's Bone and Tell, and that's Medino Green. And then he comes into the next phase, us, the Alliance. You already know. He found the right ones.
I mean,
we bigging him up.
Hey.
He bigged us up.
2014, 2015.
2014, we came together. We did I Be On It. The rest is history. He talked about that. It was dope. One of the interesting parts of the interview was Diamond Casson asked him, Netflix and chill, Hulu and head,
Wow.
or Comcast and come. And I kind of gagged over the Comcast and come because, first of all,
Okay, Comcast and com.
Is Comcast in this area? I think it's all owned by...
I know you get Comcast in Jersey. I think you get Comcast. I don't know you get Comcast in New York.
I don't know.
You got to be able to get it somewhere in New York. But Spectrum got New York.
Spectrum got New York, and Optimum TV.
Comcast is Jersey, though, because I used to have Comcast, so I could have Comcast and come real quick.
They definitely was in the South. They definitely was in the South, and there's definitely been a bit of those situations.
Wow, that's
that
crazy.
I've had my military days, long
You was Comcasting and coming?
I was Comcasting and coming, honeys. So, Swanee, chose Netflix and chill.
Okay.
Swanee's a chill dude. When you get past his big
he's a cuddly
personality,
teddy bear, man.
He really is. When you get past all the yelling and shit and the carrying.
Man. He just trying to chill.
He
just
really
trying
is
to
just
cuddle.
trying to chill. I get it.
You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy.
That's what it is. So that was the interview. It was dope. Check it out. It's on Audio Mac, and there's links for it on the Alliance Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
It's linked to it on the Alliance group page that's on Facebook as well.
Yep.
All you got to do is just type in the Alliance, ALLIYANCE, and you'll see both of those groups come up.
Yep.
And that's where you'll see the links. There's also I think I put a link to it on my Twitter as well. So,
and of course on Rainbow Affair. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Word.
So, you know what I'm saying? After that, we're going to big up Boy Package and Pink Gorilla. They're coming together for a collaboration.
What they doing?
They're doing a fashion brunch show. It's going to be headlined with performances by Rico Casadon, Talia, who is Tia Carter now, formerly Tia Carter. Now she's Talia.
Yo, we got some name changes out here.
Some name
Listen,
changes
2020,
going on
it's a shift. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's
and it's a
out
lot
here
going on.
evolving.
Get with it.
We all evolving in real time.
Word.
So that's them two, and Darcy Dundada will be headlining as well.
Okay.
That'll be Saturday, September 12th at 1:30 p.m.
Are we in the building that day?
We might be in the building.
Okay.
Wait. We might be in the building.
I think we might be in the building.
I think we could drop by.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? At $3 bill, which if you live in New York City, that's Bushwick, stomping grounds. You already know out here.
Yeah. And shout out to all our listeners across the globe.
All the globe.
Y'all gotta
all
get
over.
to New York City when everything died down.
Yeah, for sure.
And come holler at the kids.
Come holler at the kids out here. $3 bill is where it's going on that. And the next thing on the docket, have you seen the 4th episode of the Pink Gorilla Effect, which finally descended upon us after months of anticipation?
Bugs and Chad episode, what is this, 4?
This is the 4th episode.
Oh, shit.
Bugs and Chad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We was blessed?
We were blessed.
Well, what happened? What went down?
There was a little bit of a photo shoot for the Fucker Plate single.
Fucker Plate.
I
remember that video.
That cover on his face.
Yeah, I remember that.
Came out earlier this year. I think we reviewed it.
I was going to say, we reviewed
I think, about April or something.
Yeah.
So they did a photo shoot, of course, for the cover of the song.
Okay.
And they get a little bit behind the scenes into what kind of conversations and interactions and shenanigans were happening there. And there were a lot of shenanigans. Chad could get it in that red lace.
Oh, shit.
I'm totally here for the lace movement.
Yeah.
All day.
The lace is nice.
You see the lace.
It's a nice touch.
I kind of think I felt like I brought it to the mainstream.
You have been like low key,
but it's not gonna be low key.
If they
no
check
more.
your track record,
they might have to check the track record.
They might see. They got to do their research.
I kind of gotta,
you got to bring it back and let them know what it is.
I'm gonna bring it back in a bigger way.
I hear you.
But shout out to Chad doing it with the red lace. You doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ass fat. You know what I'm saying? Face schmacked. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on. Also, you had the performance at the Moby Fest, I believe, at the Delancey man sitting here right next to me.
Yes.
Came through with the performance for Gourmet.
Something light,
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Popped up with the live band.
Popped up with the live
band.
band.
The homie Troy Weeks.
He brought the man Troy
out.
Weeks,
You know
the
what I'm
voice.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
The voice Troy Weeks
You know
was
what I'm
in the
saying?
building.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only that,
I picked up Miss Tia Carter, aka formerly known as, you know what I'm saying?
he got the
Miss Talia,
one and
you know what I'm
only.
saying?
Hey, Miss Carter, to come through
Yeah.
with a quick 16.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only that,
Hit you with the exclusive, never released,
live
only. You had
version.
to be there
You
or
had
be
to be
square
there.
version
you gonna be
of the
square,
Bully remix.
trying to fit in a circle,
Come
but you
on,
can't
man.
fit.
You can't because you're too popular.
You're too popular. You can't fit a square peg in a round.
No, it don't work. It just don't work.
She killed it, and
Come
it
on,
showed.
man.
You get to see a little bit of evidence of that.
I mean, something
the
like-
aftermath in the episode 4, and that was dope. It was a dope movement. Shout out to Pink Gorilla Entertainment, continually setting the bar out here and putting in that work. Speaking of Pink Gorilla, Darcy Dundada just dropped a short film, Zeus. And I saw this, and did you get a chance to take a look at it?
I did not, but I'm definitely going to check it out this week. It's been a busy week, man.
It's been a busy
A lot
week.
of content has been coming out, but I'm definitely checking that out. Of course, I was on the soundtrack.
You was on the soundtrack.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm kind of out here a little
I
bit.
mean,
you know what I'm saying?
He out here on these songs, putting people on, but he not really following up with you.
What
so
you
whatever,
mean? What
whatever
you
happens
mean?
with whatever you do. So I
Damn.
mean, just know that that's what comes with the
Damn.
deal
That's
with
how you
Mr.
gonna put me
Tone.
on?
I'm
That's how
just
you gonna put it
saying.
on me?
Shout out to E.T.
All right.
Shout out to E.T. on the single Zeus by Darcy Dundada.
Yeah,
and
man.
Also, that's one of my favorite records.
Lil
from
Z.
Darcy.
Lil Z.
Lil Z.
That was the name of the single.
And they have the short film for it that's out for right now. It's about 30 minutes long, and I thought it was really well put together.
Where's that? You could check it on YouTube, right?
You could check it on YouTube. You have to follow up with where exactly what YouTube page, but you could really look up Darcy Dundada Zeus.
Yeah.
And you will find the
link.
find the short film.
Hit him up on IG.
Hit him up at Darcy Dundada IG. He's been promoting it all over social media platforms, so you'll probably catch it like that as well. It's dope film. Synopsis. It's basically about somebody who falls addiction to heroin addiction and tries to get his life straight. A lot of people coming in trying to help him out, and you just got to see the film to see how it turns out. It's very well put together.
Heroin ain't no joke, boy.
The
Opioids.
The acting, I have to give Darcy his props for doing the acting. It's kind of like he is kind of a natural at it.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's really a natural at
I can see that.
And the camera captured that from him. His natural personality, his natural disposition,
Word.
which is like halfway between like chill and amped. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got that
get it
raspy
twisted.
low tone. You know what I'm saying? Kind of sexy, but then he'll turn up and tell you about yourself in a minute. But not in a ratchet kind of way, just really chill, but tell you about yourself.
But I'll let you know. Make
Shout
it
out
clear.
to Darcy.
Yeah.
Make that shit clear.
Word up. We out here, man. Go check that out, Zeus.
Check it out. And also, we want to talk a little bit about the LGBT bars out here. We was out a couple of days
Running
ago.
around, hitting
running
the streets,
around,
did
hitting
a little
the
bar
streets.
hopping. Well, tried to do some bar hopping.
Tried to do some
We
bar
attempted
hopping.
to.
We attempted to see what's going on out there with these bars, at least in our area. But we want you to let us know how are things going on in the area that you live, as far as bars that cater to LGBTQ populations, whether they be of color or mainstream. Because out here, it's kind of tough.
It's rough.
It's kind of rough. A few of them are open. A few of them are finding their footing. We try to go to the Eagle, which is by Hudson
down.
Yards. It was closed that day, but
No dice.
I did see it in an ad that it was open in one of the magazines.
They opened at one point, I guess, because I definitely saw that they were open because I saw the guidelines and like the restrictions. They had it laid down, but I guess it didn't last very long.
I guess not. Or maybe we just chose a bad day. Maybe they'll be open another day. But I'm going to check that shit out at least once before the summer closes. So we ended up descending upon Lambda Lounge, which is still popping.
Took it uptown.
Really and truly because it is the only only black LGBT owned bar in the entire city.
Yeah.
And especially for the fact that they couldn't even open on time. They had to do it like a soft opening type situation. And then they had to switch up their whole shit because of the restrictions for COVID.
Of course.
So
there is Alibi.
There is
which
Alibi.
a couple
Are they
blocks
popping?
out. I don't know.
Are they
I
popping?
can't vouch for them. We gotta go check them out. What we should do, we should check them out.
We should.
We owe it to our fans and the people who watching, and we got to do our due diligence. We should check them out because they're not the only ones. Lambda is definitely the newest, and they are, from what I see, it's the flyest establishment.
Right.
As far as a cute
Black owned.
You
Black
know
owned.
what I'm saying?
And
they
there is
holding
already-
it down.
there's
So I
already,
do gotta
like-
go check out Alibi, but I know Alibi been around for a little minute.
Yeah, they've been
So
around.
I just want to give them their due respect.
Of course. You know, and I misspoke as being the only, but I'm just saying for right now, Lambda Lounge
is
is
killing it. They killing it.
They killing it.
They killing it.
And they are black owned, and you know, we'll check out Alibi on a later date.
Yeah, we'll report back.
And report back as far as they're concerned. But these bars out here, they kind of, you know, it's kind of catch and release. I've been to $3 Bill as well, which is where the event will be going on for Pink Gorilla. And they have their restrictions. They have outdoor seating as well, but they also have a huge patio in the back, so they kind of can accommodate more people. And they also have a indoor venue. So we'll see how when we go to the boy package party, and we'll see how it looks there as well. But they're open, and they're just maybe among the few that's kind of really trying to figure it out. So shout out to all the LGBTQ plus establishments trying to make it through
for
out
real,
here.
like doing their thing, because
It's really it's hard out here. Businesses are dropping left and right. They're closing. They're not coming back. People abandoning New York pretty much in droves.
fucking world has been flipped on top of his head.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's what's going on out here in these streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, shout out to everybody surviving, thriving, and, you know,
Making it happen.
keeping it alive, man. We out here. Listen, we all know what time it is.
Oh,
And it's
that time?
no better need for it than now. You know, we got to get medicated, get that medically induced.
Let's get it going.
You know what I'm saying? Relaxation.
All right.
But we're gonna take it to the smoking session. So we're gonna have a little smoking session in the smoking section. Yes, come on, y'all. Y'all know how we do it out here around this time.
How we do it?
Go ahead and hit that thing. Hit
How
that
we
blunt,
do
girl.
it in the A?
My spot up the block, the bodega ran out of my cigarillos. I'm tight. You know what I'm saying? I went there like 2 days in a row.
You're not
I'm
the
like,
one
come
that
on.
you're not the one that I had to search high and low to find.
Yes, that one.
Oh
and
my
you know
God.
what's crazy? So up the block, I could get them for $3, right? But then if I go up the block this way, they got them for $5. I'm not paying for $5. I'm not paying $5 when I could get it for $3. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just wait till they get them back in stock. In the meantime, I'm gonna holler at these Bluntville's, and we gonna get it in. But yeah, man. For today's Smokin Section segment, what we gonna get into is the best weed song. You know what I'm saying? What's the best weed song? What constitutes a great weed song? You know what I'm saying? Because you know music goes hand in hand with weed. Music and weed, I mean, that's like as old as time itself, pretty much. You really
it's a time-honored
it's
collaboration.
Like, come on, man. Like what we talking about? Like what we really doing out
Where
here?
there's weed,
There's a way, man. There's a way.
Where
you know
there's
what I'm saying?
dope, there's
hope.
hope.
You know what I'm saying? We already told
Don't you know?
Exactly.
See?
So, what we gonna get into? So, weed and music. I mean, it goes so much hand in hand that there's artists out there who have actually catered their careers or founded it upon marijuana and weed talk and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got artists like Snoop Dogg, who's probably the most famous of them all, the Dog Father himself. You got his off branch, you know what I'm saying, offspring, Currency, Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? You got artists like that, Smoke Dizza out of Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You got artists like Devin the Dude out of Cali as well.
Devin the Dude.
You know what I'm saying? Be Real of Cypress Hill. There's a list of artists who not cater their music to, but they're known for having green thumbs, being about that ganja, that
Green
marijuana
thumbs.
life. You know what I'm saying?
It's a great way to put it.
Yeah, so they out here with it. But alongside that, just because you're a weed artist, that don't mean you got the illest weed song. You know what I'm saying? It's a list of them. It's a lot of them out there. And it's interesting that actually Rolling Stone, they did an actual list themselves. Now I wasn't too crazily impressed with their list, but I was impressed that it was chronological and they kind of took from different phases or different eras throughout time. And they did the 20 greatest songs about weed. So I mean, you got to look at a weed song. What constitutes a great weed song, right? For one, the shit got to be jamming and it got to be smooth, because you can't smoke to no grunge, no crazy up tempo, high frequency. Like, you need some mellowed out, cool shit when you smoking, because when you smoking, it's like you in a certain vibe, right? So for one, your shit got to be jamming. It got to be some shit I could rock to, but it got to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna want to relax, and then you got to be talking about weed, of course. Like, the content, you got to be at least letting me know you either smoke weed or you know what the fuck you talking about. You've been around weed, you know somebody who smoked weed. But then, not only talking about it, it's even better if you could give me some personal testimony. You know what I'm saying? Can you give me a story on when you was too high to do some shit, or when you tried to cop and didn't know what you was doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, bring it back home for me. Make me know that you know what you talking about the shit. You know what I'm saying? The relatability. We need that. And then you're going to have to coin a phrase for me. You're going to have to give me something, or make like a popular weed term or phrase. Like, you're going to have to give me something that's going to ring off in history and some shit we're going to be able to use today. You got to add to the jargon, the weed jargon. You know what I'm saying?
Penny
so what you talking about?
Done coined the phrase.
So you got a lot of songs. We're going to go through the songs that Rolling Stone chose for the top 20 greatest.
All right, let's see.
So in 1966, they got the Beatles, Got to Get You Into My Life. And that kind of tells you what they was talking about. It was a love story, but they was talking about that Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? They flipped it. I love when people personalize, you know what I'm saying, make an object. I forgot what you call that in literature. When you make like an object and you personify it.
Personification.
You know what I'm saying? Personification. There you go. I knew it was something like that. I studied. I was in English honors and all that shit. Nas did it with the gun and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about. But the Beatles did that shit with marijuana. That's slick as hell. I love when people do that, because that's the artistic aspect to it. You putting the shit on his head, flipping it upside down, boom. Then you got Bob Dylan, Rainy Day Woman, number 12. And 35. I think we talked about that with the whole 420, where 420
yeah.
Where we broke down and we added it up, and it was a whole thing.
35 times 12 is 420.
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
Blue minds.
Yeah, but that's the song right there. All right. Then we got the next joint they brought up was Brewer and Shipley. I don't know who they are, never heard of them, but I'm sure they popping out here. One Toke, Over the Line. I mean, that's self-explanatory right there. They like bomb. Black Sabbath, who's the rock band.
All right.
You know a Black Sabbath. Sweet Leaf. It came out in 1971. And then you got Neil Young. You know Neil Young. He known for like getting it in. Like one of the iconic figures in marijuana history. Roll Another Number for the road. You know what I'm saying? Like,
one for the road.
Come on, man. Like, you got to get it in. That was 1975. Peter Tosh. I heard of Peter Tosh.
Legalize it. Oh my God, I can't believe this song is on the list.
Yes.
Whoa.
1976.
Bro.
Legalize it. Like, come on. Like,
son, yo.
You know about that one?
I
that
know
one hit home,
all about
that
Peter Tosh, man.
Come on,
Niggas.
Yeah.
My cousin love him some reggae, Bob Marley,
Word.
Peter Tosh all day. So
on,
this was
man.
one of the things, and I was too young to smoke. So this
Before
was
your time.
This captured a moment in time in my life.
See, there you go.
That's what a good weed song.
Come on,
That's
man.
the one. That's
and
the one.
come on, look at the title, Legalize It. Like, come on, cut
He
it
was
out.
talking about it in what, 76?
That was 75. 76.
76. We've been wanting it. See,
Absolutely. Rick James, Mary Jane.
Classic.
Come on. 78.
Classic.
You already know what it is. Bob Marley, Kaya. Now, I don't know if I'm familiar with this one. I might have to get in tune with this one, but this was 78. Bob Marley, Kaya. I mean, you know Bob Marley. He should have like 5 on this.
I
joint.
mean,
The Mighty Diamonds, Pass the Coochie. Interesting. Sounds interesting. I'm not familiar with that one either, but that came out in 81, so that was before my time.
all right.
You know what I'm saying? Next on the list, the Toys smoked 2 joints.
Before I smoked 2 joints.
I mean, you know.
1983.
Cypress Hill, Hits from the Bong, 1993. You know what I'm saying? They starting to turn it up a bit. Snoop Dogg, Gin and Juice, 1993, of course. Tom Petty, You Don't Know How It Feels, 1994.
94.
Yeah. Again, this is the Rolling Stones 20 top songs about weed.
Oh, shit.
They got Red and Meth.
Oh, man. Another
How High.
hood classic.
You know what I'm saying? How high is a high that I can touch the sky.
How six.
To the sky. And yeah, they had the remix. It was 2 versions of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
95. D'Angelo, Brown Sugar, which I did not know.
Sugar. I didn't know it either, actually.
I thought he was talking about, you know what I'm saying?
See, that was the talent right there, was the
But
songwriting.
apparently he talking about trees. 1990, and I saw him on a couple of lists, so I guess, you know, it's something to that. I got to go back and listen. Sleep is the name of the group. It's called Dope Smoker. Not too familiar with that one. Afro Man, of course, everybody know that one.
Because I got high. Because I got high.
All right, Afro Man. Amy Winehouse, Addicted. You know that song in 2006. You got Willie Nelson.
I was waiting for a Willie Nelson
of course,
song.
you know Willie.
Waiting
you
for
know
Willie.
Come on, come on,
I
man.
was
It's Willie
waiting
Nelson.
for Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson with Snoop Dogg came in
on.
on it with also Chris Christopherson and Jamie Johnson. Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die.
That's hard for a Willie Nelson
Come
record.
on, Willie, man. I fuck with Willie, man.
Roll
2012,
Me Up.
man. That came out 2012.
How many blunts do you think you would get if you got cremated? How many
would they make? Damn.
How many blunts?
Man, I hope I'm like a O at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
That was winning.
You know
That's
what I'm
winning.
saying? Like a O at least.
I wouldn't be mad
A
at that.
tone O. Get that tone kush.
Tone O.
Come on, man.
Oh,
A
man.
O a tone kush?
I don't know, man.
All right, and then we got Miley Cyrus, Do It, 2015.
Never heard of that
Remember
one.
that one. And then they got her at the, you know, she was the last one. So there you have it. That was the 20. But I thought they left it was a few of them they left out that I really love. Complex had a dope list that was crazy. They had a bunch of them joints on there. But my ultimate favorite, hands down, number 1 weed song. I think this is the quintessential ultimate weed song. Don't get no better
I think
than
I know
this.
where you're going.
The Loonies, man.
Oh, man.
I got 5 on it. Like,
I
come
got
on.
5 on
Like, it's too much. All right,
it.
so first of all, here's my criteria for the weed song.
All
It
right.
got to be both jamming and smooth.
Shit.
Come on.
It hits it.
Come
out
on.
of the
If you
park.
heard that song, you already know. The shit is jamming. And that is just, they bodied the production.
It's the
Crazy.
reason Puffy
Killed.
sampled it again.
Come on. It was on what?
Satisfy You?
Us, the movie
it was on
Us.
Us.
Come on, it was in the
Yeah.
sounds. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Out of here.
Yeah.
The music alone is crazy. Jamming and smooth. Check 1. You have to be talking about weed.
Facts.
Come on, fam.
I mean,
all they talking about is they talking about copping. They talking about being with the homies. If you ain't got no trees, all right, cool. You want to smoke with me? You ain't got no bread either. You ain't throwing in. I can't get 5. You can't put 5 in on
you can't
this.
put 5 in.
Come on, man. Niggas wasn't even talking about that like that on records. Like, you wasn't getting those tidbits on records back then. Like, this came out, what, 95, 96? Like, come on, man. Right? Boom. Talking about weed. Personal testimony. They coming from a space where it's like, listen, this happened to me. They telling you stories in the verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoop, whoop. All right, boom. Whoop, whoop. And then they coin a phrase. I got 5 on it. Niggas is still saying that to this day.
Still saying
to this
it.
day.
Still saying it.
To this day.
They putting a little bit more nowadays.
You gotta have.
I mean,
if nigga only asks you for 5, then you luck. That's
you
your homie.
You really are lucky.
That's
you
your
really
homie.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
We asking for 20.
Yeah, man.
You got
like,
30.
What you got on this zip, my nigga?
You splitting this?
Yeah, but like I got 5 on it, like the Loonies, man. Shout out to them, man. Bay Area, they out here all day. That came off the album Operation Stackola in 1995, man. I got 5 on it. That's probably the only joint I know off of that album. But for me, that's the quintessential ultimate weed song, man. What's your favorite weed smoking song? Do you have one?
My favorite weed smoking song has to be Styles P, Good Times.
Ooh, I get high.
Every day.
That's
I am
another
the ghost.
That's another classic. Oh my God, I love
You know
Styles
what I'm
P.
saying?
You know he another one of the green thumb gods.
Listen,
out here.
all
You know what I'm
day,
saying?
all day.
Doing this
Styles P,
thing.
that's the one. That's
Hey
the hood
man,
classic for me.
but that's what we got in the smoking section, man. We got the music. You know you get high. You want to get high to the joints. And you gotta have a history of it because they've been doing this music shit for a while, and it's some dope joints out there. It's some old some marijuana, Mary Jane, and all that, and you gotta get into it.
Pun intended. Dope joints.
What's your favorite? You know what I'm saying? But of course, on that note, we gonna take it up out of here, and on a high note, like we
end that
usually do.
shit on a high note.
That from coast to coast with this dope, this hope, with this dope, this hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit?